Hey, Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Vijayanagar, aka Bharat, aka India. Sorry, just getting messages. I need to remind people that I am recording. We are in the process of taking India. We have attacked Bamis. Bahamanis. It's fine. Let's see. National tax modifier. Change personal deity. We can't demand administrative support. We could demand military support from the Marathas. I would want to at least get 100 points out of them if I were to do that. I would have to promote their nobility. I'd have to give them more land. That could be something. I could also get a contribution off these guys, and they actually are basically capped loyalty, so I may as well take that money for, you know, what it's worth. I have an army. There is the Empire of China. I don't really see the HRE, so I can't interact with any of that. Let's just do a quick review here of how the game is going. We have our navy over here. It's taking some attrition damage. It is protecting trade in my main capital node. That's good. Eventually, I may want to move my main node over to Gujarat as I expand in this direction, and I can pull all of this trade over there and then try to hold as much of it here as possible. I think I won't do that until I have at least a similar amount of control over here as I have here, but it's something worth thinking about at some point in the future. We're currently pulling decent amount of trade this way, and I don't know where our other trader is pulling from up here, so that's pretty good. I think we're doing pretty okay so far. Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. So I have claims on this guy. Let's check our missions, see where we are with our missions, check our claims, where we've got to do. So mostly we're looking to conquer over here. Now we have a truce with these guys, which is fine. Jane's influence is greater, so they would gain admin power. And yeah, this is something I would like to do eventually too. Get the Brahmins' loyalty higher and stuff like that. My religious unity is ever so slightly below 100%. So I need to own all these provinces, and I will gain permanent cores. And I get an imperial capital event, cool. And then I get to invade over here as well. And then I get the City of Victory. And then I get a chance to expand outwards. Conquer Aden into Africa. Divert trade from Bengal to Chola Conquest. Ooh, I'm excited with all these missions we have. So currently, our main mission here is to just kind of wait. Build up some power. Wait until the truce with these guys is over. The truce with these guys ends in 14 years. The truce with these guys ends in 11 years. So we want to remember that. And yeah, can I build any more ships? I cannot build any more ships. Can I do any autonomy lowering or interactions like so? Not right now. But perhaps in the near future. Alright, so let's just go ahead and we'll go to speed 4 for now. We are drilling our army because we don't have much else to do with our money. I'm making enough. Let's see, an alliance offer from Jungar. I'm not sure I'm going to take this. Unless I could vassalize them. Yeah, if they were willing to be vassalized, I would take them. Oh, I might be able to vassalize these guys. And where are their cores? It's a really important question when I want to vassalize. So you don't really have any cores. I want to try and find like a really small nation with a bunch of cores that I can use to expand. Like Malawa. Malwa would be a good one. If I could pick up like a single province of Malwa and release them, I think I could do a lot of good with them. Garha. There's also Berar, Bijapur. I could release Bijapur. They'd get too many provinces though. Do I have any like really small countries I could release? Let's have a look. So Calicut, these are all those little tiny places that I took out. Jaffna, Bijapur, Kolatana, Kalari. I believe Kalari I want to find Kanara. Yeah, it's not useful to me to release those. Madurai I already released. Or I already conquered, so I don't need to release. They would be all down here. Cuddalore and Gingi. Where is that? No, not useful either. I guess there's just no nations that I can reasonably release. Like, there might be a little hidden nation in here somewhere. Like, what's this? Golconda. Ooh. If I take some of these provinces, I could potentially release Golconda and get a nice bunch of claims over here. Now, the question is, does this land need to be directly owned by me, or can it be owned by a subject? Owned by me or my non-tributary subject. So I can use a subject to take this land, so that's great. So I think when I attack these guys, I'm going to try to release a nation from this place here, Golconda. Let's see if I can make them my little friends. Now, I think I will want to build a few more manufactories to get more gold flowing into my trade node. I could also look into upgrading some of these trade nodes as well, because this would be +5 trade power, I believe, if I improve this on a small local development cost reduction, which would be pretty nice for my capital, so I think it would be worth it to pick up that 5 trade power because it'll be multiplied by my multipliers. So I'll look to upgrade some of these trade nodes for now. Probably what I'm going to do with my money, because it it's pretty nice. The Malabar spice trade. Oh, very nice. Let's upgrade more of these, get a little bit more trade power. And that trade power should serve me well in this zone. I'd like to get all of these up to level 2. I think they would be very, very nice if I could have those at level 2. Because I believe these will spawn global trade faster too if they're level 2. And I am training my entire army. I can't have any more, can I? I could have more units. Should I get more units? Alliance offer from Jharkhand. Let's have a look at who they are. Where are you? Now you are here. Do you have any useful claims is the question. You do actually have useful claims. Would you accept vassalization? You would if I allied you and I got your relationship high enough. You would become my vassal. I could use you to press claims. I'm going to royal merge you. Then I'm going to improve relations with you. Very nice. I got those 4 provinces that we just conquered. We need to wait until the 4th of March before we can send another. I can't send this because we're not happy enough with each other. So yeah, I want to see if I can get this guy to be my vassal. He has some cores that we could take advantage of. Particularly, these are cores that are going to be useful against some of these later enemies. Because, I mean, like, we're not really using our diplomatic slots to the fullest right now. Unfortunately, declaring war on this guy will be expensive because he is... I could support rebels in here. It cost me 200 gold. No. Be fine, we'll leave things the way they are. So could you fit any more troops on this tile? Yeah, you could fit a few more troops. Now, currently the combat width is 24, so I'm well beyond where I need to be in terms of combat width. Like, really, I need half this much cavalry. So what I'll do is I'll maybe add some infantry here to split this up a little. We'll add 4 infantry. We'll see how you guys can hold up on that tile with your supply limit. Not really sure. It doesn't... Is there a place where it tells you how much supply this unit takes? I don't know. But I think we're going to have like an absolutely absurd army once we get quality ideas. I think we can get all the way up to like plus 50% infantry combat ability. When you consider we already have 20%, we're going to get another 20% or sorry, 10% from quality. And then we're going to get another 20% if you look down there at innovative ideas, plus 20% from that. So we're going to have a 50% combat boost to our infantry. It's like, screw Prussian Space Marines, dude. Indian Gurkha Space Marines, that's the ones we want. Although Gurkhas kind of live over here, wherever Nepal is, somewhere in this area. Right. Do we want to adopt another idea? Let's have a look. We're sort of semi ahead of time in tech. I could go ahead and get this. This would make war exhaustion cheaper to reduce. Do I want to upgrade this? How many behind is it? I don't want it to fall behind again, so I think I'm going to hold off and get another tech. Well, this would give me cavalry combat ability. I'm going to get the tech first. See, what kind of advisors are we running? We're running level 2 advisors everywhere, so that's good. We're spending about a third of our money on that. Nice. Rival the Mamluks. Well, I guess it's really my only option. I need to have a rival to get my power projection up. Or keep it high, rather. But we are a 4th rank great power, which is exactly where we want to be. Let's go ahead and speed up time a little. Let's have a look. You can't really have any more. Well, I guess you can have another bark. Yes, please. You should see my control in here has jumped ever so slightly, thanks to these really nice trade notes. Keep saving up money and trying to do more of those. Every time I jump my trade power in here, I think my overall trade power actually goes up pretty significantly. So that's something I want to do. I want more merchants. I think that's pretty important. So I'm thinking... Yeah, I just need to get these trade nodes upgraded because they're actually bleeding power up into these other nodes through transfers. So that's going to be pretty important for us. Now, another thing I want to look at is estate interactions. There's a lot of estates holding land that don't need to. Any land that's down to like 25% autonomy, I could probably reduce that. So I could probably pull this back. That'll bring it up to 50% autonomy, but that's fine. I don't want to take any more from the Brahmins. Let's look for a Jain province I could take, maybe. These are the Jains down here. This would make them slightly upset with me for a long period of time. This is still highly autonomous, so I don't want to worry with that. Any super low autonomy provinces? Like here is Brahmins. I don't want to take away a Brahmin. Marathas. I think I can pull the Marathas out of here. That will... Well, do I want to pull the Marathas? I actually wanted to give them more land, but this land isn't very good for them. So I'm going to take this away from them. They'll be upset for like 5 months. But we'll slowly get more control over these provinces. That's kind of all I want to do. I'd like to take a province from each of them to try to solidify my control. So, but the Jains kind of own important provinces for now. The Vishayas I'd like to take a province away from here. That's the Marathas. The Vishayas are... Oh no, I want to wait until they're more loyal. Yeah, we'll wait until they're more loyal. But things are coming along nicely. In fact, I think I actually do want them to control these. These guys. Because they give a trade value modifier. Not a trade power modifier like normal. They give a trade value modifier, which is really, really nice. Particularly if I'm looking to build trade goods. Where is it? Is there not a trade value map mode? See here, this is where it's 11 ducats. Yeah, but if I look here, like there's some really good trade value to be had in here, like gems. If I could get a manufactory in here on this gems province, and then give it to the these guys. Sure, they'll lower what I get from everything else, but the trade value will go up very nicely. So this is definitely something I want to look into. Also, I could almost certainly improve this province once I have a manufactory here as well. I don't think I can build a manufactory here for a while. I need more tech. I'm going to grab this tech so that I get a little bit of trade efficiency boost, which will mean more money for me, which I'm totally on board with. At least only for a few years, but still worth it. Let's see, are you over your force limit? So no, you're at your maximum. You can't really hold any more people. That's fine. Let's go ahead and just speed through time. I think I could build more units. I could build another little army, so let's do that. Let's turn this into a single battle stack. We'll pull all these guys out. We'll find somewhere with nice high supply here. The 30 is obviously a little bit bigger than I want it to be. This is going to be something we split in half. But you're going to go up to 10 infantry, 1 cannon, and then 4 cavalry ideally. But we'll get 3 cavalry for now. I could get the military tech, I'm not going to. What I could also look for is places with high manpower efficiency, with cheap trade goods, like grain. I think is a place I want to do things. Like if I want to do manpower improvements, I really want to look for stuff like grain, because that's the stuff that holds really nicely for the this estate. These guys. Oh no, they only give local defensiveness, not. They don't give a manpower like the other guys do, so maybe I want to have these guys hold forts then. So ideally I want to build forts in provinces with bad trade goods. But grain provinces are the best ones to give to these guys. And then I'll upgrade those grain provinces with manpower. But I want to wait till their loyalty is boosted. So, that's stuff. Just kind of micromanaging the estates to get more efficiency out of it, you know. Little stuff. Let's see here. Do I want to get possible advisors or do I want to get this tech? This would give me the courthouse. I think I'm going to get the advisor tech here because I'd like to get to the advisor cost reduction. Although I'll probably save for another tech. I have a lot of military manpower. I could potentially recruit another leader to see what we roll. I'm going to put a leader in charge of this one, that new one, to see if I can get him some new pips. Well, I should really put him in charge of this army, because this army will have a higher chance of improving him, and he's kind of my youngest leader, so I want him to get the most improvement, because he'll be around the longest. Okay. What do I do with my military power? I think we just find a grain province. We give it to the Marathas. This will lower the missionary spread. But if I give it to these guys, they're going to remove the local force limit multiplier, so I get the benefit from this grain. And, like, this doesn't really make much money anyway, so I don't mind these guys owning it. And it's good to let them have a province or two. And then I'm just going to just boost it manpower-wise. And there's a little chunk of manpower for us. I think that's an efficient way to do things. I don't know though. But yeah, I want to get the Marathas off these kinds of provinces here. So I think by improving their loyalty there, I should be able to maybe... No, I can't take another province off them, sadly. But yeah, I want to take them off these good trade goods. I want to put them onto the stuff like grain. It's probably best for the Marathas. I guess I'll put them here too, and boost this province. I have 2 good manpower provinces in here. Don't produce a whole lot of gold, but they're good for manpower and force limit. Speaking of manpower and force limit, that should have boosted me a little, it did. We can get another cavalry in here to create 3 15 stacks. We've got 45k troops. I guess we could go up to speed 5, that's not a problem. We're holding on to our money too. Building up, building up, building up. So unfortunately, there's not really much we can do. The Brahmins gain 15 influence. We would lose some tolerance, but we would gain some other nice benefits. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that, because that might allow me to convert some of these provinces. It would take way too long for now. Unless I go in here and I activate the edict for missionary strength. Boom, boom. Now, 72 months is like not unreasonable. So we'll actually go ahead and do that. Because I would like to be at full religious unity. You should be drilling as well, by the way. And that should be nice. The really nice thing is now we can actually afford to build up army professionalism, which is quite valuable. Like, it's worth it in my opinion, the army professionalism. I don't think this little bar in here is worth it, but army professionalism for sure. Alright, there's Jarkand. Let's talk to them. Hello, Jarkand. I'll recall my diplomat and offer you some vassalization. You will become my vassal. You will now give me some of your tax income. But more importantly, I have access to your claims, and I can also... I don't want to give them knowledge sharing, But I'm going to place a relative on their throne. That'll lower their legitimacy, but will make them happier with me. Lower their liberty desire over a long period of time. And I'm going to say, you should divert your trade to me. And you should embargo my rivals. So they're currently diverting their trade to me, which is good. Because now I'm pulling it here. Very nice. Of course, this will mean that they're basically broke. But their job is to exist, not to be useful. Let's see. Reduce inflation costs. Do I have inflation that I need to reduce? Not really. I still want to get this, because again, it makes my admin tech cheaper, so I'm going to prioritize it. I'm sure things will change. We'll lose a bit of prestige. That's fine. We still have plenty of military power, and we have a new government reform. Let's see. Bureaucracy. Max promoted cultures or monthly autonomy change. Well, both of these are actually really, really nice. I would have to change this at some point if I were to pick one and not the other. In terms of culture, like, I'm currently promoting. Let's see, how close are we to getting more, to integrating my national culture? Like, we're pretty close, but I don't really have any cultures to integrate, do I? I mean, I do. I could integrate these two cultures. And that would save me, like, I guess there are some penalties here. Tax modifier. It would get me some more money if I spent the Diplo power on that. I think I'm going to take the autonomy for, which is what I would not usually take. But that 0.5 is actually quite useful. And then I'm going to switch it later at some point. I think that'll be fine. But that autonomy will help me stabilize from conquests. And even just in like some of these provinces, like the ones I just revoked, the autonomy comes down about the same speed as half the peace. Alright, so let's find another grain province to improve. So here's a grain province. I'm going to give it to the Marathas. And then just spam those points in there. Just because grain gives force limit, and that's what these guys don't reduce, so it's more efficient to have. If you're going to have anyone control a grain province, it's just more efficient to have those other guys. Although I do want to make sure I'm not giving them valuable trade nodes, which I don't think I am. I'd rather give those to someone else. I do actually really like that the Indians have their own unique style of estates, because it kind of changes how you play. I'd like to see maybe more kinds of estates. Maybe you could evolve or create your own estates. I think there's some pretty cool stuff they could do with the game. Although I do think the game is like in a crazy good spot right now. There's so many different things you can do. There's so many interactions you can do. Jaunpur is calling me to war. They're going to war with Malwa, who are a single province minor. I will accept the call. I will split you in half and hope that this brings me into a war with somebody that I care about being at war with. I don't know why you called me to this fucking war, but okay. Local tax modifier, that seems reasonable. I'm not even going to help. I'm actually just going to go back to drilling. I'm safe behind my fortresses. Malevolent personality, you go here, J's for drill. So I'm just going to drill even though we're at war. Now I can make an estate here. I think I will make this a state now that it's down to 75 autonomy in everywhere. That'll bring it down to 50. And then if I core it, that'll bring it down to 0. Right? Or 27. 28.7, which is pretty good. So this is all now mine. Fully mine. I should be making more money out of it, which is very nice. I'll be pulling more trade power down this way, making even more down here. Very cool. Let's get this new idea here. Oop, oop. I want to make sure I don't fall behind in tech, but that's what military is for. What am I focusing on, by the way? I should be focusing on admin. Yes, I am. So let's grab this so that we don't fall behind. We can now build regimental camps. That is a force limit, which would be really nice. And these are buildings we definitely want to build in grain provinces as well. It might seem silly that I'm like, hey, I want to build these in grain provinces, but trust me, it's not entirely silly. Because these, you can see down here, it's being multiplied. You see I'm getting like smaller numbers, but if I put them in these grain provinces where I have these Marathas, I know for a fact I'm going to get full value out of them, and then I could just forget about them. Because I don't care about the goods produced, the tax is too small, I just want these to give me manpower and force limit. So I could build these, but I think like what I really want are barracks and force limit buildings in here. So that's kind of what these grain provinces are specialized for making me troops and force limits. So I'm going to improve them with those right now. Whereas stuff like coffee and spice, these are better off owned by those other dudes who do trade goods. Of course, yeah, we want to look for our high development provinces first before we do any of that. Like if we go to, I want to look for my highest production provinces. Here's Guti. Guti is over here. It is currently owned by just me. I could get a significant boost to trade value here if I gave this to the Vaishyas, which would give me a huge boost to production income. But there isn't really much of a difference between the production income and the administrative income, so I think I'm better off holding this myself. Just some like a little bit of micromanagement that I can do. They will accept. They owe me 2 favors. Very nice. That's cool. Free 2 favors. Should I upgrade some more trade nodes? I think that has been actually turning out pretty well for me. Plus, it makes my development costs cheaper long term. Boom. You have a marketplace. You also have a marketplace. You will be getting upgraded at some point in the future too. You also need to be boosted. I'd say we're developing really well. When is our peace up? Truce in 1996. Not too far away. I can get another Splendor ability. I'm thinking we will go for combat bonus in the terrain of the capital. I could go for a golden era. I'm not going to right now. Although there is an argument that like the earlier you take it, the better. I think it's more interesting if we maybe take it in like the 3rd or 4th age. So I tend to take it in the Age of Discovery because it's the easiest one to get a golden age in. But I think it's more fun to take it in the late game. Our manpower is starting to get up to a really nice number. We're up to 50,000. And we can invest in a new idea. We will be taking monthly war exhaustion. This means any future war that we take is just that much easier. We can also boost our stability now, although we already have positive stability, so not really a thing that we need to worry about. Let's boost another trade post. And we will boost it up to boop, an entrepot. The Jains lose tennis influence, that's fine. Now I could talk to the Marathas now that they're not upset with me. I could promote their nobility, boop, and then I could demand military support. I want to get at least 100 points off them. Ideally I would get 140, but 100 points will do. I'll recruit their minister. What if I gave them benign neglect? Would they make the minister cheaper for me? It'll hurt my autonomy, but it doesn't make him cheaper. But it will get their influence up. And now I can revoke some of the provinces they own without fear of upsetting them. Because, for example, what is this again? Like this province right here. This is a really nice trade good province. It doesn't need to be owned by the Marathas. I think I'm going to take it off them. I think overall, like, it doesn't have a whole lot of this. I mean, I guess I could invest into the manpower here, but I'm just going to take it back. Here's another Marathas province. I could take this off them as well. They don't really need this. It's not a very good province, so I'm going to take it off them and just start owning it myself. And that way we have another province that we can specialize later with estate interactions. So let's see. They have the grain provinces, which I definitely want them to have, the high manpower grain provinces. They have this province too, which is also grain, although grain is produced in my capital. I might eventually give them this province, but I'll think about it. So where else do I think I could give them? Let's see. Do a little bit of micromanagement here. I could probably take this back. It has some autonomy in it. I think I'd like to give them this province, although it has mostly base tax. What's this? I don't think you guys need this. Or this. I don't think I can really revoke any more of them, but over time now, these provinces will become more integrated in my personal systems. Which is exactly what we want. This province, I am tempted to give it to them. To the Marathas. And then just spam boosts in it. And then like build like a manpower building. Gain 1 base tax. Marathas loses loyalty. Yeah, unfortunately they're going to be upset with me a little bit. Which sucks, but... Could I hire that advisor they gave me? How much would he cost? 11 ducats a month. I don't think I can really afford that just yet. Sometime soon, however, we will. But now this province belongs to the Marathas, and it gives me a very nice amount of manpower. Gives me a very nice amount of everything else. Let's see, unjustified demands. Oh, we almost have a truce broken with these guys. Bishnapur, hope you're not allied with someone I'd care about. Nope, don't care about that person over there. Okay, we converted a province. Let's go ahead and convert here as well. Have to turn off that edict when I remember, when we've converted it. Alright, not much, like again, I guess I could be attacking these guys, but I kind of want to do the missions. Peasants War in Langzang. Let's get another army. We'll get 1,000 manpower in Gobanga, where we've boosted our manpower. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of specialization, spending of points and stuff. It's fun, I'm enjoying this. We lost a military leader. We'll get a new one. Boop. We'll drill him a little bit. He has 2 siege pips actually, which is pretty nice. Bamanis are reducing our thingy. How are you feeling, Jarkand? Have you been fabricating claims for me? You have, very good. We'll help you out eventually, but you're just like a little vassal that I'm going to use to eat some of this land. You look like these guys are in a war, which is very nice for me. How long until our truce is done? Looks like May next year. Oh my god, I've got the hiccups. Stop hiccups. God damn it. My force limit might have gone up here. Yeah, I can get another trade ship. We'll take another idea slot. We'll take this, improve relations, and we will take leaders without upkeep, which will give us advisor costs. So now advisors are very cheap for me. If I go in here and I have a look at this guy now, yeah, he's 8.4 ducats a month, which means I could totally afford him if I had the upfront costs covered. But we should be able to start running level 3 advisors soon. This guy. This guy, sure. 4.3 ducats. That's the same as a level 2 essentially, but he gives me 3 points. Beautiful. And he's of the right type. I want a trade efficiency guy. So that's really, really nice. Right, truce with Andara has ended. Boop, 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 boop. Did I lose another military leader? I did. Keep drilling. Let's get these guys in position to attack these guys. I'm taking some attrition here, which sucks, but... We will be declaring the war. They will be calling Baminis. Oh, yes. I get to go with the Bamis again early. And I have a tech advantage. No, I don't have a tech advantage. But I get to go against the Bamis again early. Yes, please. Who are your allies? Why are these guys? They're guaranteed. We will lose a thingy. Because I don't have fully filled diplomatic ideas, so I don't have the reduced stability impact. So we will lose the stability from declaring this war, which kind of sucks. But I think it's still worth it. I'm going to hold on to my gold here. Gain some innovativeness. Yes, please. Innovativeness is rare and beautiful. and wonderful, and we want as much of it as we can get. We definitely also want to tech up now, particularly in admin. But I think I'm going to focus on Diplo here because I finished out my admin ideas and admin already gets a lot of points. And Diplo's kind of fallen behind a little. It needs some help to finish off these idea groups. And pretty soon, though, I will have quality ideas. Once I have a little bit more... So who are you allied with is the question. You're allied with Bishnapur, who I'm not allied with, who Andara is allied with. So I can call him in as a full enemy and extract his provinces for the normal cost. So I'm going to declare war here. I'm going to say... Oh, he's a I have a truce with him, so I can't declare him as a co-belligerent. Well, that's fine. I'm going to call Jampur. Mewar is in debt. I could pay their debt for them. I will. Okay, they need to be in less debt. But I helped their debt. Could I use the Great Power action to do that? Yeah, I just need to wait a little bit. So we'll let time pass by here as we wait for the money to stack in so we can take on their foreign debt. Plus 10 opinion. Very nice. So now they're more likely to join our war. We will call them both. Declare. We do lose the stability, which is fine. I'm not too worried about that. We're going to jump in here. We're going to jump in here. We're going to unpause. You're going to be mostly a defensive army. Thankfully, these guys are already stuck in a war, so it's kind of their own fault. We just stack wiped them. Can you get around here? No, you cannot. Let's see if we can siege some of these down. These should be pretty simple sieges. I probably don't need my full stacks on them. I'll probably just burn manpower doing this. Because of the tropical and sieging. But I feel safer if I have my stacks together. Well, actually, why don't you go over here? While we fight for this fort. I don't want to be sieging with more than one thing at a time, because look, we're already taking a decent amount of attrition here. 2,000. Let's get over there. Wait, are you my guy with 2 siege pips? No, you're my guy with 2 siege pips. And so are you, actually. So you should be sieging. Whereas I'll just use this army to fight. Because it only has a single siege pip. My allies are coming to my assistance. Do you have any provinces you want to take off this guy, out of curiosity? Well, not really. Looks like you're pretty happy with them. Looks like we stack wiped another little army. But we're sieging these down. Thankfully, we do have a really good income of manpower. So I'm not too worried about burning a little bit of manpower. I think we can go up to speed 4 actually here. Yeah, our Riss have just declared war on them, so this is great. This means they're going to be even easier to take. Definitely want to take this chunk. I'm going to be fulfilling 2 of my missions here in this war. You only have a single thing, so why don't you just fill out these provinces. Grab them for me. Like, I could do the whole splitting guys up and micromanaging, but like, we've basically won this war. I'm just going to siege them down, get them done, get on to the next war. Should be flipping these pretty soon. Looks like that's already under attack from someone else. So let's get over here and see if we can help out with this. Failed rains. Ouch. How much, yeah, we definitely need to build more forts. I think that's something I'm going to focus on next. Once this war is over. I'm going to send you there. you're going to start cleaning out some of these provinces. Split you in half. Like, I have manpower to burn at this point. This is under siege. I more or less have everything I need now. So let me check my claims. My claims are here, so I want this province. I want everything that costs 0. Oh, I'll have to separate piece the Bahamanis. Whatever. I want these 4 provinces. You kidding me? I guess I need to bring the war score of them down a little bit somehow. I guess this is their capital, so it's a little bit harder to take. But I should be able to take 4 provinces. I'm not sure why I'm not. I hope we get our we get to call our piece first. Because otherwise people will make them smaller. Lost about 10,000 troops in this war so far, probably just purely from attrition. About 20,000 actually. Well, considering we've lost 20,000 but our numbers have only gone down 10,000. Okay, so now let's talk to these guys and say, hey. I really want this province. It's one of my claims. I can definitely get all these. No problem. Let's talk to the Bammies. Like, give me these 3. And all your money. I'll just wait until they're basically feel like they're fully defeated. Okay, these guys are almost done. I'll piece them out here in a moment. I want war reparations. I want you to steer your trade, and you won't do that. I want you to transfer trade power. Give me war reparations, and I want all your money. Really being picky and choosy here? You're not besieging the war goal. I guess I'll wait until this is flipped. Because that'll get rid of the whole besieging war goal thing. And that'll also dip this away. Make my war score look a little bit better. Once this is flipped. We are burning manpower here. Very efficient way to burn manpower is sieging. Yeah, I will peace with you in a moment. I just want to flip this fort. I have a chunk of gold. Let's get another idea. We're gonna get these as much as we can. Oh, I really need this. How do I get more dip points? I want the province war score cost, actually. Oh, how long can I hold this war off? How long would it take me to get this idea? $1501, so 2 years. Could I speed that up? Boom. Got the diplomatic support. Now, how long? A year and a bit. Alright, that's fine. I can wait that long. Because they still have the length of war. I think you only get the call for peace after the length of war ticks up to a certain point. We're now trading in cotton. Cool. I will peace out with these guys because they've been asking. More money. Actually, would you steer trade now? You won't. Whatever. Transfer me trade power. God, I wanted to steer my trade. What if I just only asked for that? They don't have a whole lot of trade power. Just give me the money. So that'll get them out of the war. And I'll get some of their trade power over here. Although I'm not really able to steer it at the moment. Well, that's neither here nor there. Take another tech. Gonna grab this. That will allow me to build the courthouse. Any states that could actually use a courthouse? Well, my capital, I'd save 0.22 ducats, so... And then Gutty, I think those are two worthwhile places to build them. Peace offer from Andhra. Decline. I want to get this idea right here so that I can take more stuff. I'll even wait for the call for peace a little bit. I don't mind. I really don't care. Actually, there's probably loot. Probably loot I can grab. May as well grab loot, you know. Lack of demand for long pepper. Okay, unfortunate. So colonialism has appeared. That's going to change things. Ming has rivaled me. Ooh. Peace offer. Nope. Soon though. Local goods produced. Soon we will peace. Once I can get this idea right here. Age of Discovery ends soon. I know. Shh. I can purchase an ability. Give me that one. Higher developed colonies. Like I care. Right. Ooh. I can boost stability here. Up to 3. Boom. Boom. 3 stab. Okay, we can get this idea. Province war score cost goes down. Let's talk to the Bommies. Give me your provinces. What? But I made them cheaper. Whatever. Oh, is it only... Does it... Like... What I could do is I could just do a really short peace with them. And say, hey, look. Peace. This will be a 5-year peace. I can go to war with them again in 5 years. Take all the land that I want. With them directly in the war. So I'm gonna wipe peace the Bammies. I'm gonna say, hey, look, dude. It was totally cool. And then I'm gonna eat them alive in 5 years. But these guys are getting the old diddly diddly in. Where they do not get to keep any of their land. Okay. The old riddly diddly. Alright, let's get these guys onto sensible locations and start drilling them. Drill, drill, drill neither. Coring guy. Okay. I don't want to rival Ming. Garha has offered me royal marriage. He would become my vassal. Do you have any provinces I care about as your cores? You do, but it belongs to my ally. Although, to be fair, my other vassal is in the same area too. I will eventually have to fight Jaunpur. So, I mean, Garha might be a good way to do that. But I think... Wasn't I planning on releasing a vassal here? I believe they began with a G. Golconda, right here, right? Golconda. They will take these 2 provinces, which is fine. They have their cores there. Hello, little vassal. I'm not going to ally them. And then I only have to core this province. I might even give it to them. It's the right culture. Grant you a province. Allow me to... Golconda! Oh, I guess I need to core this, right? To give it to them. Alliance offer from Kalanjar. Nope. So soon the power structure in here is going to change. Once I kill the Bammies, I have my missions done. It's all going to change. So my mission... Now I need to deal with Orissa. Now Orissa is allied with Ratanpur and Assam. Now do I have enough... I do have enough favors to get into another war. But I think I want to get these done first. So I'm going to core this eventually. Let's go up to a higher speed. Let's get all these guys to drill. Drill, 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 drill. Core this as soon as I can. Oop. See, are these guys still upset with me? They will be for another little while. I could talk about the Jains, the Brahmins. I could get military approval off them. Or administrative support, rather. I could seek their approval. Boop. Then I could recruit a minister. Boop. And then I could demand administrative support. Boop. And that's that. Cool. I could probably revoke some of their provinces now. The Bammies are... The Brahmins, sorry. Now they do what again? Local tax modifier, so... Pretty much don't want them anywhere, really. Except for in newly conquered land. That's about it. They're only good for newly conquered land. Who is this? The Shayas... See if I can I revoke something from them? What if I send them a generous donation? They'll let me spend some money to revoke some land, eh? Okay. This will lower their loyalty by 10%. This is that Gems province. I don't want them to have that anymore. Cool. So we're slowly revoking all the land that we want to specialize and recontrol for ourselves. I would actually kind of like more grain provinces because I have a glut. I'm going to have to designate other provinces for the Marathas or the conquering dudes. What does this do? Local construction costs. Well, this does local construction time. Ideally, it would be stuff like cattle, right? Because that gives... No, it's a supply limit. I thought there was one that gives manpower. Local sailors. Well, I could just designate an unimportant trade good that isn't really useful. Like... these cotton provinces. Also, I need to start thinking about developing colonialism. That's an important thing that I haven't thought of either. So I need to pick a place where I can develop that, because I have it nowhere. So where could I develop colonialism? Ideally, it would be in a trade post. I mean, North Karana is probably just as good a place as any to develop it in. Why don't I activate the development cost edict? And if I can improve these guys' relationship with me, I could maybe grant them like a province. I'll wait. I'll wait a while. I don't need to do it yet. But eventually, we will want to do that. Also, I need to build more forts. So let's get another fort here. Where's my fort map mode? Right, so I want one here. I definitely want one here. then here, then here. So I'll build this one. Now Calicut needs more building slots. I'll dump 2 manpower points in there just so I can get a fort. Whoop. It is a center of trade too, which is useful. 2 more forts will help out. This is being cored. My vassal is doing good work. He's getting himself under control. Very nice. Keep it up. We're building up an income. I think my vassal should have my... You should also have my relative on your throne. You should be embargoing my rivals, and you should be diverting trade. And then I will be looking to improve relations with you. Yep. So I'm hoping to use this guy's cores here to take this land in the next war. Because he pretty much owns all this land, and then it'll be owned directly by me, and then there's no coring cost associated with it, and all that great stuff. Gujarat just got some nice benefits. Cool. Also really want to build these manufactories for the extra goods, because that seems like a lot of fun to me. It means more trade power, it means more trade goods, it means more trade value. You can really see, though, most of the world isn't really worth much in terms of trade goods. It's really just a select few provinces like this one here. Produces gems. Truly outrageous. Truly outrageous. I'll want that for myself. I'll give it to my vassal, though. It's okay if they make that money. It is production income. They will invest it into their country in at least reasonably intelligent ways. We must protect our trade. We would lose this... let's see. Competition is good for everyone. I think we must protect our trade. I think that's a reasonable thing. Let's go to speed 5 here. We lost a great advisor. Okay, hopefully it wasn't our trader. Now, we could get this discipline guy. We could afford him, actually. I would kind of like the land maintenance modifier guy, because I like having lots of money, so I'm going to take him instead, and I'm not exactly suffering for these points right now. Now, in terms of ideas, I can't wait till I finish both of this. I can't wait till I finish this, because it is going to make me just feel so good about my position. You will become a state, that's fine. Now, can I grant you this province? I want to grant you. Conasima. I put a half a territorial core there, which is fine. Whatever, it just got me to the point where I could give it to them. Some manpower. Research a tech. I'm not going to research mill tech. What I am going to do is I was planning on trying to improve my relationships with the Vishayas. And so I'll start giving them provinces that maybe have a high trade value. High value trade goods. So what I want to do is I want to look for provinces with really high local production efficiency. Well, primarily I'll look for trade ports first. To give to them. So I think it's hard to tell where the trade modes are. So there's one here, I'm going to give that to the Vishayas. Because that'll remove local trade power stuff. Let's see. It is really hard to see where the trade nodes are. There's one here. Right? Yeah. Okay. Vishayas. You're going to get this province. Is there really just all trade nodes here? Oh, you shouldn't have this province. Damn it. Revoke. Damn it. They'll increase my trade value in all these places. I'm going to take this away from the Jains, I think. And give it to the Vishayas. I'm also going to take this away from the Jains and give it to the Vishayas for the extra price. Especially here, because that 20% trade power is really, or 20% production power is really nice. Vishaya zone's here, Vishaya zone's here. So they have all my trade nodes except for my capital, which is nice. And these ones over here, I guess. Which I will give them. Because they'll increase the trade value here very nicely. Which should see our income increase a little bit. We have a disaster. The Vishayas are a little bit too powerful. That's okay. I'll get a contribution off them and I'll probably just rip a province off them. Alright, let's grab a province off them. I shouldn't have given them so many while I had just done all those interactions with them. I made a mistake there. Let's see. So I'll take this one off you. That'll lower their influence just enough to not be a disaster waiting to happen. Okay, so we are in pretty good shape. 2 years until we can declare war on the Bamis, and then we'll probably go after Orissa to grab these two last provinces over here. I'm going to basically give all of this to Golconda so that they can core it for me, and then I can worry about other stuff. Yeah, I'm going to call that the end of the episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!